What's up, guys? Thanks for joining the podcast. We're pumped to have you here hanging out with us. Today is another episode of Big Man Problems, where myself, Nate, and my boy Zach, the owners of the Iron Fortress Gym, get together, roast each other, talk training, and get into all sorts of other ridiculous topics. If you've been following along or you're new to the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us build our audience. We really appreciate all of the support. I want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by the ironfortressgym.com. Needing help with your training, want to get healthier and get stronger, go there, contact them, aka us, and we can help you out. If you're looking for some sweet and frosty merch, you can go there, check out their hats, backpacks, t-shirts, hoodies, all sorts of other cool stuff. Use code IFG for 20% off at checkout. Without further ado, let's get to the show.
The barbell, by comparison to any previously existing tool, is almost a miracle.
We're back. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, dude, you've been out. You got that weak immune system these days.
Yeah, I saw this Instagram post and it made me laugh really hard because it was like, I used to think that I had a really good immune system, but I found out that I was just really good at avoiding people that looked you right in the eyes telling you a story and then coughed directly in your mouth. And I was like, oh yeah, children.
Yeah.
And because Nora will be like, did you see that? You see that move? Did you see that? You know, like that. She's trying to do the splits or something. Mm-hmm. She's like, you see that move I just did? Then she's like, achoo, like right in my eyes.
Yeah, I'd take that over anything though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm like, okay.
It's a weird like duality where it's like, I'd rather that than have to act like I like somebody.
Yeah, dude,
and shake their hand.
Well, part of it is too,
which is what I think adulthood is.
Yeah,
just pretending to like people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's also like, you know, being in the workplace probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, but I really like. Well, I don't. Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. I look at it like, okay, it's just going to happen.
Sickness?
And then like. Yeah, and then both of the kids getting sick, I'm like, you know what? They're going to get sick. And Lacey acts like it's the first time it's ever happened.
Really?
Like to this day sometimes. And I'm like, hey, like, you know, I mean, also though, like, she's more like health conscientious probably than I am. She's cleaner.
Well,
like she doesn't worry about, she thinks about all these things that I think about them too, but I'm just like, it's going to be whatever.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like,
she also probably, being mom, like, takes care of them more.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? I mean, yeah. I'm sure you...
And definitely in the past. I mean, now that I can be home more, it's different. But yeah, definitely in the past when they were... And I bet you some of that's from the past of them being babies. And then she had to deal with it more when they were tiny, and it's worse.
I also just think there's something inherent in children that they just need mama.
Yeah.
You know, like...
For sure.
When it hits the fan, I mean, there's times where they need you too, but I think when they feel bad.
Oh, for sure.
Like, my daughter wants me constantly,
mm-hmm.
but it's like when she's not feeling great, she's glued,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I think so too. You get anything dope for Christmas?
Yeah, got underwear, socks.
Sweet.
Got a bunch of gift cards.
Dude, that's awesome.
My mom, yeah. Okay, if you're hearing this isn't a big man problem. This is a man problem. If I'm going to be real, let's get real with them, okay?
I'm ready.
Dads, gift-wise, get shafted a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and that's okay. That's my role to play. We're not going to get excited about my birthday, stuff like that. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Whoever started this nonsense that gift cards aren't a good gift, like it's impersonal or whatever, you just go ahead and take a hike, sir.
Yeah, just go ahead and go fly a kite.
Yeah, go fly it somewhere else. I love gift cards.
This is a great topic.
Because you hand me money, and there's a good chance I'm going to put this to a bill or something, which I'm super grateful for, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But a gift card, I have to spend where it goes, you know? I mean, also, like, there's something nice about like a gift card to a store too, because it's like go pick out what you want, you know. Or you know what else I've done in the past? This is super cheap of me. This is why, like, you know, I don't know if you know this about me. I don't get invited to a lot of baby showers.
Mm-hmm. I don't either.
But the next one I get invited to, I'm only coming with Walmart gift cards. That's the only thing I'm buying.
Dude, we had at our baby shower, one of them, we got like Target gift cards. We got Walmart gift cards.
Yeah.
We got like Amazon. And I was like, dude, like it helped out so much.
Well, and I've kind of regifted those in the past too, because it's like if it's a Walmart gift card, I can buy groceries with it. Mm-hmm. But if it's like I'm in a bind, you know, I'm hemmed up, you know, I'm in a tight spot.
Yeah,
I can use that for whatever. But anyway, I got my mom bought me a gift for my daughter, and I love her little brain because she bought me a gift card to like one of her favorite places in the world to eat. Mm. She bought me 5 $10 Chick-fil-A gift cards.
Amazing.
And so I just have those on deck.
That's
but
awesome.
It's also cool because she knows they're there.
Yeah.
So she knows we got like at least 5 daddy-daughter dates where we'll just like go get a milkshake or something.
Right.
I love that.
That's great.
Chipotle, Casey's, the number one choice of this podcast for all your energy drink needs.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wide array of pre-workout.
I'll go as far to say this: everything.
Yeah.
Everything you need. You need protein? Check. You need energy drinks? Check. You need regular food? Like you need to go up there and get a sub?
Hey, you know what else? You need a friendly face. You need to strike up a conversation. You go see them.
Running low on nicotine? Jackpot.
Man, whatever, dude.
And their point system is sick.
Yeah. You know what else I like about Casey's people don't talk about?
What?
Pretty clean bathrooms.
Yeah, really not bad.
I like a one-seater, too.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, public bathrooms aren't a big deal, but a one-seater is kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it's nice. You got a lot of room to move around in there.
Get a little stretch in.
You got a lot of, I can like...
Figure it out. You can get in there, figure it out.
Yeah, and if you're one of the demographic that has to take off all their clothes to drop a deuce...
That isn't a demographic. That's just you.
No, there's a lot of people that do that.
Why, are you in like those forums? You're in those online communities?
I don't do that.
Okay.
I
You brought it up in a way that I like. Nobody believes you. You know.
Well, when I would wear like suit and tie every day.
Well, that doesn't count.
I would take off my tie.
That's a straitjacket, sir.
I would definitely take off, and sometimes if I was so super hot, I was like, I'm gonna take this time to take off my shirt.
Yeah,
like my outer shirt
for sure.
And then I would hang it up, on the stall or whatever. And
you just kept a wooden hanger there.
No, they have like the little hook things to take off your coat. I would hang up my tie and my shirt on there because I'd be like, you know what, this is me time, this is me time, and I'm gonna relax. Yeah. All right, for the next 9.5 minutes.
I mean, what do you think your average time is?
I mean, you've seen me. I'm in and out usually.
Yeah, but you've never been on the clock though. Did you take any more time or less time?
Oh, I took whatever time I needed. Yeah. I didn't. I mean,
yeah.
In certain job settings, you probably couldn't. But in that setting, if I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna step away from my desk," I'd be,
Yeah, that's cool. What else? I got a stocking cap. My sister found me a shirt that was she just found. She is one of our loyal listeners, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, bought us something for the podcast, for me or for the podcast, whichever.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
What is it?
It's a daily calendar.
Nice.
But it's Jeopardy, so there's like questions on each of them.
Oh, that's cool.
So if we just like only use it the days we podcast, we'd have like 7. If we were
7,000 days.
Well, I'm saying if we were in a pinch for a game or something, we could just
cool.
rattle off 7 days worth of Jeopardy trivia.
Oh, that's cool.
It's something.
I mean, she just dropped this content.
Yeah, it's our first user submission. First gift from a listener, not user. What am I saying?
Listener. Yeah, listener. You're right. Yeah.
I'm at a bit of a crossroads with this earthworm you made me put in my lip. With this salty red wiggler. I don't even know what brand of worm
Red
this
Wiggler.
is.
I didn't get much, but that was like that was supposed to be the theme, was like, we weren't buying gifts for everybody. Like, they could get gifts for the kids or whatever, but we were just doing, like, just less stuff. And I got some dope gloves, which I'm always pumped about because I'll go through gloves because I'll just destroy a pair and then I'm
Sure.
like, all right, well, those are done for. But I got one of my sisters got me a Bonanza T-shirt.
That's sick.
So pumped about it. I was gonna wear it today, but I left it at my
Has it got the whole crew on there, or just
no?
us?
So it says like Bonanza at the top, and then underneath it is like there's a map.
Oh, cool.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's the whole map of like their
The
ranch and like the surrounding. I was like, that is awesome.
sick.
Yeah,
I got more gifts this year than I've got the last like 3 years.
it's awesome.
Because my niece and nephew have both had like a job for the last year and a half or some crap, and so they're like, yeah, we can buy gifts, which is funny because I didn't have a lot of money, so I just handed them 2 gift cards.
Yeah,
But it was just like, I don't know, it was nuts seeing it all like pile up.
the gift card thing. I remember that when that was like I remember my mom and my sisters being like, well, I didn't want to give them a gift card, because it's just not like.
Yeah, it's girl brain. I can't.
It's just
I
not
can't
very
fault them
thoughtful.
for that.
It's just not very thoughtful, and I'd be like, I don't.
Isn't that weird though? It's like, it's the perfect gift for a guy, but, and I'm just saying guy because I'm not a woman. I can't speak to being a perfect gift for them. But the people that generally buy for men are women, I would say, or in large part, and it's like they can't.
Or it's one of your bros,
Yeah, but they can't do that. You know what I mean? That's like not their thing. You want to hear my favorite part of Christmas?
What?
We're unwrapping presents, and my daughter's passing them all out and whatever. And we get to a point where, like, I don't know if this is every family or just mine, but they just identify who gave it to you based off the wrapping. Because everybody's got different wrapping paper. Mm-hmm. And there was, like, a paper where somebody's like, who gave her that? And then, like, we were, like, stacking them and getting ready to open or whatever. And she's like, there's 2 more. And these are for me. And I'm like, how do you know they're for you? She had gone to her room and found a couple toys and wrapped them for herself from herself.
Just have a few more to hit.
I loved that.
That's
because anytime, I think you'll know what I mean by this, but anytime their just little personality shines through, I'm like, I live for that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't tell you to do that.
It sounds like my dad.
Yeah.
My dad would do that.
Wrap himself presents?
Yeah, he'd buy himself something and then like just like have my mom wrap it.
That's fun.
And then it just when I was younger, I remember him doing that a couple of times and then being like,
yeah. That definitely happens. Do you know what Lacey gets you? Do you tell her? I know you guys don't really do gifts or whatever, but if you ever get a gift, is it like, hey, I want this?
Yeah, she has asked me before, like, for instance, for my birthday a few years ago, she was like, hey, everybody's asking me what you want.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows. Because, like, they have this thing that I don't tell them anything.
Yeah.
And, like, they all were, like, hounding me over the weekend because, like, nobody knew that I had a podcast, that we started the podcast.
Nobody knew that?
Mm-mm. Well, like, of like, my parents and my sisters didn't know. And it's not that I didn't want to tell them. I just, like, I just forgot,
Yeah.
And so they were like, you have a podcast? And we listened to, like, some of an episode. And they were laughing a lot. They really liked it. But
which one did you show them? Because there had to be a little pressure to show them, like, a good one, right?
I think I picked the one. I think I picked the one where you were like, I think I picked the one, the first fight promoter we did with where you were like Billie Eilish, and I did Cardi B. I think I picked that one, and they thought it was funny.
They were right.
But I lost where I was going with that.
You showed them the podcast? That's all you were saying?
Oh, yeah. We listened to a little bit of that. But, no, she has asked me to be like, hey, like, everybody wants to know what you want. And then, like, I'll shoot out some ideas of being like, like, I do, because I don't really know. Like, all of my things are, gift cards would be sick for food.
Yeah,
that would be huge.
Problem is,
I don't ever get that.
Really?
Yeah, I need to maybe mention that more.
Yeah, and it's like less pressure on them.
Yeah.
Especially if you can have a conversation. It's like, look, we're not crushing it financially.
Right.
So it's like gives me permission to spend money on me.
Right. Yeah, because it's like, where else am I gonna, The other crazy, we got a few like cards from like extended family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like like some people sent us some money.
That's sick.
I was like, that's crazy to me.
We've
Like,
had a few years of those,
awesome.
and it's just like weren't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually comes at a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time that we introduce you to longtime friend of the podcast. Introduce you for a second time.
Returning guest.
Returning guest.
Returning guest.
First returning guest, I think.
Yeah.
First guest, first returning guest.
Mm-hmm.
Really scraping the bottom of the barrel with this one. No offense. Todd Carney.
What's up?
Back in town for the holidays, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't bring your lady, huh?
No.
Said you would, then you didn't. Haven't met her yet. It's not a big deal. Didn't meet Nate's daughter till she was like 2.5, so
He's real bitter about that.
just understand.
I think he
that-
brings it up every podcast.
I just understand that I'm just not important to people.
Wait,
That's
so
okay.
she's not even in the state?
No. We, because the plan was originally for me to move down there in January,
Mm-hmm.
and I just was like, why am I waiting until January? And then for the holidays, we just said, let's pretend like I don't live here, basically.
Okay.
So we split.
Okay. So you split up for good?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, she already filed a restraining order against me.
Already did.
I'm living out of my truck. I've lost all my stuff. It's been no.
Wow. We got a lot to talk about because I have a couple things to say. We had a lot of people last time be like, you've got a guy that worked for NASA, worked for another huge company, and we didn't talk anything about it.
That's a good point.
Like, there's a lot of things that are very interesting about Todd that not him personally, like
Right.
him as like a person in general is
Pretty bland.
pretty not great.
Human oatmeal.
Nothing in it. No cinnamon,
Right.
no butter, no brown sugar, just plain oatmeal.
Quaker oats, baby.
Just
Yeah.
things happen. To
Not
me.
even the instant like steel cut.
Right. Steel cut.
Yeah.
With water, not even like skim milk.
Yeah, not even some cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so
Pinch of salt though. I'll give him a pinch of salt. He gets
Yeah.
salty.
he does get salty. He does get salty, especially about certain topics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Riding your little girl bike with the basket on the front of it. You get
No,
real
I got
salty
one.
about
I
that.
got one.
What do you got?
AI.
I
Yeah.
don't get salty about
Yeah, you do. Here, hold on, I'm going to say something.
Say it.
I have, you know what, and Zach and I both agree on this. AI is going to take jobs away.
that. No, it's not. I mean, it will eventually, but not
No. It's gonna change the course of Earth and society.
Yeah,
Okay.
eventually, not for a while.
Nobody said it would happen overnight, Todd.
That's what he was implying.
I
And when we've gotten
I
into this
think it's gonna
argument,
be
that's
really
what he was saying.
what?
And
See,
when we
I
got-
told you.
When we got into this argument, that's what he was
See,
saying.
I told you he's gonna get salty about it.
It's okay, Todd. You don't have to be right about everything. And you're clearly not right about this. And that's okay. We'll still have you back a third time.
Okay.
No,
Deal.
I didn't even disagree with him. We were talking about his dad.
I'm
Right.
gonna need more context.
What?
Your dad, right, was the one that you were talking about with it.
Oh, yeah, probably. I argue with him all the time. He's deep into the conspiracy stuff.
Dude, it is renaissance for old men right
Oh,
now. It is a
yeah.
renaissance time for old men conspiracy theories, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it. They're like, I'll bet you I could speak in code to you all, and you all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, there's so many, dude.
You know she's a man, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Big Mike?
Yeah, big
Dude,
Yeah, yeah. You don't even have to say. You don't even have to say. The other one is that Hillary Clinton
Yeah.
was already dead,
Sure, heard that.
Yeah.
and then
Body
like
doubles, baby.
body doubles. Yeah,
Biden also.
That one, I don't want to file that one under conspiracy theory. That one's like, well,
But I'm like,
let's look
I'm
into
like,
it.
but if you're going to get a body double, you'd find one that could think.
Oh, that's a
a
good
fair
point.
point.
Yeah, you'd be like, maybe he was the first one.
Yeah,
They were like, yikes, we got to do
that's
some
version-
work on the circuit.
That's version 0.
Yeah.
Like,
beta testing.
Yeah, they're like, this did not go as planned.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's a couple. My dad always like whoever they are. They have some real stuff in the works.
yeah.
Like they're gonna get rid of the internet, and I was like, yeah. He's like, they're gonna shut it off, and we're gonna have a new internet. And I'm like, what are you saying right now? What's happening?
I don't know if you can shut it off.
Todd, you're missing the point.
I know, but I'm just thinking, like, I don't know if that's even possible.
Yes, I know. I'm agreeing.
How
My,
is it? But his reasoning is like they're gonna start blowing up like power plants or something, and then like we just don't have power in general, or what?
There, as I recall, now this conspiracy theory is about a year old at this point. There was going to be like a lights out moment, and
Yeah, that was a huge thing with the QAnon thing. Was that there's
Yeah.
going to be like a lights out completely, and then when it comes back on, the Great Awakening is.
yeah, but it was like about the time the lights were going off, federal agents would be circling all these like crooked politicians to bring them in, and as like the new age starts.
Yeah, drain the swamp.
Yeah, man. So yeah, how's life been since we last talked, man?
It's good. It's good.
So you've been in Arizona. Yeah, you moved.
Moved like a month ago, yeah. It
How was that?
was good.
I asked him last night. Because he wanted to train a little bit. I was like, "Don't lie to me. You haven't trained since you left."
No,
He's
yeah.
like, he goes, "I haven't trained since before I left."
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
What did you get a dope spot?
Yeah, yeah, we got like it's an apartment, but it's like, it's almost like a little house, right? So it's like, we're not connected to anybody. We have a little backyard. It's
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
Yeah. And it wasn't too much more.
Well, you don't have a
expensive
yard
than
though. Let's not get. You have sand.
Yeah,
I put in fake grass.
you have earth. You put in fake grass.
Yeah, I put in a little strip of fake grass for the dogs. Because it was just rocks.
See, I knew it. I knew it was just gonna be lizards and scorpions and rocks.
I haven't seen one lizard or scorpion out.
You have multiple dogs now.
Yeah.
Well, she had one, right?
Yeah, I have a little angry, fluffy dog named
Yep,
Petey.
Petey.
Yeah,
And then she has a little scared Chihuahua Pomeranian mixed named Chewbacca.
Petey and Chewy
Yep.
just rocking it in the yard.
Just rocking in the
two
rocks.
bros against the
How are
world.
they getting along?
They get along good.
Do you know that you both have cats? Like
Yeah.
those are cats.
Yeah. But
You're
they're
aware of it?
perfect for an apartment. Because they're both super lazy.
Okay. So was my English Mastiff, which was a dog.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to pay $4,000 a month for food.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was more than you're buying now, but it's
How much were you dropping on food, dude?
look, dude, he's gone, and I don't want to speak ill of the dead. He was my bro. I mean, we were dropping some irresponsible cheddar on it. Because he did. I mean, he was crushing food.
Really?
Dude, he could.
How much could he
What's
eat
that
if you just let him go?
I don't know.
It's
We're
gone
good.
now.
Yeah, we're good.
You did know what it was.
No, I don't understand why it did that, but
Oh,
I fixed it.
If you just let him go.
if I let him go, he wouldn't eat that much. But he would stop himself from the dog food, but he would eat the entire kitchen table after polishing off a ton of food.
Yeah.
Like if it was people food, he has a different stomach for that. But what was nuts was his head. Like he could just eat stuff off the counter with all four paws on the ground.
Yeah.
He could just walk up and grab stuff,
Wow.
which he didn't. He was a great dog, but he would sit on the floor anytime Bethany would cook, and if anything hit the floor, it was his.
Right.
Which I think that's the
Were you
agreement.
mad? Were you mad because you lost that?
Off the floor?
Yeah.
Well,
Because before it was your job. And
no,
then-
because he's my buddy.
I got you.
If
It's
he
like-
if I didn't like him, I'd out alpha him.
my favorite thing about him is that he was always just like pooping full socks in the backyard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He would just eat like just full drawers of clothes.
You know what else was funny? I forgot about this until recently. He would eat ice cubes. We'd drop ice cubes. Every time it hit his belly, and it was just the eject button. He would just puke immediately. Immediately.
Oh,
He would
man.
just put a pile of half-chewed dog kibble on the ground.
Wow.
Every time he'd eat that ice cube, though. He never put two and two together that, like, this is going to cause me to puke.
That's crazy. I wonder what that's
I don't know. I guess
maybe
just
it's the tap
cold.
water.
I don't know. Yeah, I do live in an area where it causes cancer to drink the tap water, so.
Great. That's great.
Yeah, I remember when I came over there and he was a puppy, and I was like, "Oh, how old's your dog?" I mean, looked like a full size dog. You know,
Yeah.
like 4 months. I was like, "Jesus Christ!"
He was, yeah, he hit 100 pounds at, like, within 6 months.
Yeah,
The day I got him, he was 22 pounds at 8 weeks old.
Good night.
Yeah, he was awesome.
But what's funny is he was like full size, but he's still a puppy. So like he had these long legs. So like he would just be running and his legs would get crossed, and he'd trip and fall on his face.
Oh,
His
yeah.
puppy phase was awesome. The dad, because they showed the person that got it from, they showed the dogs. His dad was like 150 pounds.
Wow.
And Chief got to like, oh wait, I said 150. He was like 250. I'm sorry. He was like 250. Chief got up to like 220-ish
Wow.
at his biggest.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had some fat on his bones, but like you could see his,
Yeah.
not see his ribs, but like you could see the form. Like the vet was always like, he's perfect, like weight wise. He was huge.
That's sick. Yeah.
His head was almost as big as yours.
Yeah.
I'm just
He
kidding.
was intimidating, but
It was way bigger.
he got along with me.
Did you get to see him a lot?
Yeah, I mean, off and on. I mean, I definitely was over at your house more at
Yeah.
that period in time.
He was the initial like meeting him, he could be a lot, but after that he was the best around like
Yeah, he was
people.
he was pretty dope. We had like Pyrenees, the white Pyrenees.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you saying that.
We had one. One of them he got to like $190,
That's a big dog.
and he was super fluffy too because they got the longer hair, and he was awesome.
It
was like having a polar bear walking around the yard.
It's nuts to see that
Mm-hmm.
because they say like a wolf could get up to like 250. But
Really?
but you may have to Google that, but it's built differently, right? Because they're
Right.
not holding the weight and the muscle the same way, and they're going to be taller. They probably look more like an Irish wolfhound or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like 250 is a massive animal.
Yeah, that's Todd right now.
Yeah.
No, Todd's 278. I can see it. How much
Oh.
you weighing?
I'm probably like 270.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't have agreed with him when he said 250 because that's just not how math works.
He
is
said
all I'm saying.
about. That's close.
He said about.
Yeah, why'd you get Southern there?
Price is right. He would have won between you two.
Hey, that's true.
You're guessing 270. You don't know that I was wrong. You could be 279.
I've been fluctuating between 270 and 275. Although you're right, Christmas did just happen. So.
We could pause and go way. I've only like lost one time on this podcast, so I got.
Yeah,
a
he's
bit of
pretty
a-
good at guessing. Yeah.
Got a pretty good streak going.
Yeah, he's pretty good at trivia, Todd. So
Yeah, you ready for that carnival job you've been dreaming about?
No, dude. Guess the weight. That'd be sick. I wonder how much they pull down a year. Think they pull down 6 figures?
absolutely not. No, but I will say this: I
many
bet you the
funnel
perks
cakes,
are
though?
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you can roam around the park and eat whatever you want.
I mean, if you
You just show your
Dude.
badge.
if you're not
Show
spending all your
badge.
You
money,
just show your wristband.
if you're not spending all your money on meth, I bet it's pretty decent.
I think that's where you make the bread, though. You just
Yeah.
peddle meth town
Dude,
to town.
that is done, right? I mean, they don't do like huge carnivals anymore, right?
Yeah. I don't know about huge. I don't know
I'm
how
talking where
huge
there's
is.
like carnies and stuff. Not this carny.
every year in
Yeah.
Moberly they do railroad days. The last
And
time
the
I went
county
to
fair.
one,
Do they still do that?
well, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking like the big traveling ones with like the huge tent and there's like
I don't
they're
know
doing
how
like
huge
animals
is.
in the
Not animals. They don't have animals, but they have like 10 rides and they have like the carts with the food and stuff like that.
yeah.
I don't know how huge they are, but this dude, I talked to him in the parking lot. He was just drunk as could be, and he owned it with his dad. And he did this actually fits on the podcast because he was like, he walks up to me like, "Dang, dude, you lift, huh?" He's like, "Yeah, I bench about 350," and like he's a bigger guy. You can tell he's on some stuff. Super
Oh, for
tatted.
sure. I mean, he's
well, I meant on some gear.
right. I know, but I'm saying like he runs a carnival.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting there talking to like people I go to church with, and he's dropping F-bombs and talking about how big I am and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy, right? You have a great day, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like get me out of here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's just his job. He just
Yeah.
travels around and sets up carnivals and hangs out in that town
and I
for
think
2
like
weeks.
I
the
guarantee.
state fairs and stuff is like the same people that do all the state fairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
The state fair is huge,
Yeah.
but we have a decent state fair. You guys ever go?
No,
I'll
I've never been.
I'll
I've been to the
never go
Arizona
again.
one.
I'll
I've been.
never go again.
Yeah.
I went once or twice.
It's
but
1,000 degrees.
It's terrible. It's not.
And
Yeah.
there's like 4 buildings with air conditioning, and you have to go in them to survive. And then you're just looking at quilts.
Yeah.
It's like there's not even anything cool in there. You're just like, oh, see the star pattern on this one is way better than the star pattern on that one.
What about the music? They got bands, right?
Yeah, one year we saw like an Elvis impersonator, So that's kind of
Okay.
what I'm dealing with there.
Okay. All
You know
right.
what I mean?
So no like big bands coming in.
There probably are.
There are, but
There
it's like
definitely
just
are.
getting tickets to a concert at that point.
Yeah, and so I would probably go back to the state fair, but man, it's also like a hour and a half to get there, which isn't a big deal, but you get there and it's like, well, we need to stay here for 8 hours because this cost us like $25 a person. And so you're like walking around looking at livestock and it's like, oh, a cow. Oh, another
Yeah,
cow.
I've been to the one in Arizona, but that's because it was like right down the road. And so you're like, I could have a corn dog and 3 funnel cakes, right?
Right.
Let's
Right.
see the world's biggest scorpion.
Yeah, let's head on down there.
Yeah. You'd be like, all they're doing rides. Kids can ride the scorpion.
Yeah, for sure. Kids can run from this hell beast. Tell me another animal that looks more like something you'd find in hell than a scorpion. Yeah, I'll wait here while you guys think of nothing.
What about one of those big centipedes?
That's the same animal. That's the same exact thing.
I mean, they're pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Do you know how many legs a millipede has?
1,000.
Yeah, it's supposed to, but it doesn't.
It's like 200, right?
I think it's like 200 to 400 pairs. So I think it goes up to like 800, but it's like there's a bunch of different. I think they just looked at it and they were like, "That's 1,000 legs."
They need 4.
What?
They don't need that many.
Yeah, they don't need. Yeah, why?
Yeah, why? You know?
Snakes don't have any.
Yeah.
They're basically the same thing.
What's funny is all the years I've lived in Arizona, I've never seen a scorpion.
Yeah, it's because you're not trained to see them.
That's because you've been around. That's because there's so many that you've been around them so much. You just block it. You just don't even realize.
We
when they're
caught
there.
one in Spain, and when we were working, and then we kept it in the place where we worked, and then I realized we are torturing this thing, because like it's always like 50 degrees, the lights never turn off, and this is a nocturnal cold-blooded animal. It ended up like
You're like, it hasn't moved for 3 weeks.
no, it committed suicide. It stung itself in the head.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like that's it.
Do they do that?
Yeah,
It was the first case of it.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't. That's wild.
yeah.
Dude,
Well,
that
because they
is
used
like,
to.
that's it. I'm out, folks.
We were talking to some guys
It's all
that,
for me.
that were deployed in Iraq, and they would catch them there and try to get them to fight each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would, like, if you blew tobacco smoke in the thing, they would do that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're the worst person ever.
What'd you guys name him?
I don't know if we had a name for him. I didn't have a
It's
name.
probably better that way. 'Cause
I was trying
you
to
don't
have,
get
like,
attached.
no part of it.
Yeah, you don't get attached.
Well, because we looked it up. We were trying to classify what kind of scorpion it was. And we came to the conclusion it was either the most poisonous or second most poisonous in Spain.
Okay. Wow. You guys are.
But it was just, like, right outside the door. Like, and this was, like, I worked in, like, a classified area. So it was, like, a locked door behind a locked door behind a locked door. And it was right outside the inside one. Like, how the fuck did you get in here?
Wow. He came in on somebody's clothes. That's how.
Yeah.
How much poison do you have to have in your body to be considered poisonous? Because like, could I be the most poisonous person in this room? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
How could I do that? I think that'd be cool.
You're just saying that like how toxic your saliva is?
Yeah, or whatever. Like maybe my skin. I don't know.
Could be.
He's like, I haven't brushed my teeth in 5 years. This bite will kill you.
Yeah, you get some straight up gingivitis in
Yeah,
that
you know,
wound.
there's enough bacteria
I
at least
could-
to rot off an arm.
I could, yeah, 10 or 12 years from now, untreated, say sayonara to that pretty skin you got on your wrist there.
Oh man.
I think that'd be a cool attribute. It's
Your
like I'm
spit is just
slightly
like that
poisonous.
guy in Deadpool. Like,
Oh
Never
yeah.
seen it.
You never seen him?
Never seen
Deadpool too?
Deadpool. Never
It
seen
was-
any of the Deadpools. The only Deadpool I saw was the crappy one where they gave Ryan Reynolds like a sewn shut mouth.
Yeah. That was like the Wolverine movie, right? Yeah.
I don't know which one that. Yeah, I don't know which one that was. Yeah, I think it was. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the solo Wolverine movie.
He was kind of cool as a character. It just wasn't what Deadpool was supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of the jokes in his Deadpool
Yeah.
movies, yeah, where it's like they make fun of that one. Didn't they bring him back a couple of times as that?
no, he shot him. He said, just cleaning up the timelines.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Also, it was funny. He had these like giant swords coming out of his arms,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure he could bend his arms.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was
didn't
just
work."
terrible. It made no sense. It was like he also has Ryan Reynolds also has the Green Lantern flop.
Yeah.
Like that's like another thing.
I also didn't hate that. I mean,
I don't
people
even remember it.
people
Me either.
complained about the CGI-ness. Well, I've watched it since then. Like
Really?
I don't hate the movie. It just
Yeah.
I also just like superhero movies because I'm a child. But people are like, "Oh man, it's so CGI." I was like, "It's in space with like, what do you want from them?" Like,
It's a guy who can conjure up anything
Yeah.
with a ring.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't understand sometimes like the criteria that people pick. Is it just
Right.
like sometimes I feel like it's like anything else on social media where you've got a gang of hardcore fans and somehow it spreads to Gen Pop.
Yeah.
And then they just adopt it and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? It does suck. I don't know anything about it, but
I think people take movies way too seriously. Like people
for
that are
sure.
like, the Transformers movies suck. It's like, well, if you're going in there to have an intellectual experience, yes, they suck. If you
I
want to
mean,
be entertained,
you
for,
say that, but how many nights did you miss sleeping because you were on the Twilight message boards, like just so mad that they didn't stick to the canon?
I've never seen Twilight.
Okay,
I
we'll
haven't.
we'll talk about it when the cameras are not.
I
rolling
haven't
here,
seen
but
Twilight.
have you seen any of them?"
It's
No.
because he was so just furious that they didn't stick to the book.
Yeah, he was like, "I refuse to even believe that these are part of the canon."
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
I think the one of them, the only one that I saw of them, I think I saw the third one.
You guys are missing out.
No,
Those
stop it.
movies are hilarious.
Well,
They are so funny, dude.
so we went to one, and I went with a bunch of friends, and like one of my friends, his girlfriend was like super into it, but we made fun of it. Like him and I made fun of it the entire time in the theater, and they were pissed off. Like the girls
Yeah.
were pissed. But I was like, what am I gonna like?
It's Girl Marvel. You know what I mean?
I was like, what do you expect me to do during this? There's so much content to make fun of as you're watching the movie.
Dude,
Like, how am I not gonna say stuff?
It's like, how is this not a parody? You're telling me this isn't a comedy? It's so good.
I've seen random scenes like on Instagram Reels, and like what was it? It's Team Jacob or Team
Edward.
Edward.
Yeah.
So Jacob's the wolf guy.
Yeah, we're Team Jacob.
Okay. Team Jacob. Jacob, he's on a like motorcycle,
Yeah.
and something happens where like he like comes in and like does like a hard like stop, and then he jumps off, and it is so lame. Like the whole thing is just hard to watch.
That's the whole movie. You just unpacked the whole movie.
And then his hair looks horrible.
Yeah.
I might give him some facial hair. Like at least he could have done like a you know, like a twit version of Jason Momoa, you know.
Yeah, could have done anything. You know what I mean? Could have done anything, but man, did it take off. It was huge.
Yeah.
And then Team Edward's the new Batman.
Yeah, that really pisses me off.
Great choice, guys.
Well, and he I think they chose him. So I would love to know how it all works, but I heard it said that he refused to get bigger for the role.
Oh, yeah, I
And it was
remember
like
reading
a
the article.
Body dysmorphia thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, did you sign him for it? And then it's like contractually he's the guy, and it's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But it's like he's frail in that. But he's still just like one punching dudes. And I'm like, I guess that's possible. Like you could be this small and just putting cats down with one punch, but like we got to come with something.
Yeah, they should have addressed that with like the suit was like.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also like stay small, but do like your version of Brad Pitt from Fight Club. That dude's not huge,
Right.
but he's like in shape.
Right, he's like pretty lean and shredded.
But he was like, yeah, it's like I think it was like over wasn't that right? It was like a body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
thing.
he didn't
Like,
want,
I don't
it was
wanna-
like, this is unrealistic.
He's been
Yeah.
good in other stuff though.
It is unrealistic.
Yeah, Batman.
A billionaire
Yeah,
who
Batman.
dresses like a bat.
Yeah, bat.
That's hilarious.
And he's like, yeah, it's unrealistic expectations or whatever. And it was like, you know, he was like, everybody else is doing steroids and getting huge, and he's like, and I refuse to do that. And I was like, oh, so
Well-
you have a chance in your life.
We're first off.
You told me
first off,
everything I need to know.
do you think the billionaire who basically goes crazy and dedicates his whole life to this is not going to take every steroid?
Yeah, what? No, it's just, but like even from the aspect of that, he's gonna have a team of people doing it with him,
Yeah.
and
Like he should have been at the Rocky IV gym
Yeah,
Like that should be the lead up to it. It's
just go for it, man.
Yeah, even one time in your life where you can hang that picture on the mantle and be like, hey, remember that time I was 215 and 6% body fat or whatever it was?
Yeah, and I don't think anyone was expecting him to get to like Thor's size.
No, and nobody's expecting him to be 250.
Dude, but like to have some semblance of muscle, like just anything.
Yeah.
Put on 15 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, just look a little bulky, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, just do what like Tom Hardy did for Bane.
Sure.
Like he was not like he had some fluff on him, but he
Sure.
looked big.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's a thick dude. Yeah, that's a good point. You don't even have to run gear to get like especially because they're gonna Hollywood it up too. You know, like they're gonna
the lighting's
edit
gonna be
it and
perfect.
stuff.
He can get like a pump beforehand.
Now, granted, he was in the suit most of the time, so it didn't matter. But there's like a scene. You haven't seen it yet, right?
No, I've never seen it.
There's a scene where he's pushing a table that's like the size of this room, and it's funny because they still shot it in a way where they'd be showing off his glistening back muscles, which he does not have.
Right.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you really.
Well, because also,
So strong.
is the suit like crazy high tech, like or anything where?
No, it's very bulletproof.
See, because that's my thing is, Christian Bale's suit had all kinds of stuff to it. You know, they even put a lot into that where
Yeah.
it was like, you're going to be a tank, but you can't turn your head, and there's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
There was all this stuff to it.
Sure, make backing out of the driveway easier.
Yeah, but like if they were going to make it like his suit is very mechanical,
Yeah.
and that's where he gets his strength from, it's like okay, fine, but you're not.
Well, or do something we've never seen before, and don't be the guy that's in the trenches, like taking out 12 gang members. Rely on the I've talked to you about this. The reason Batman's so good to me is like he's supposed to be the greatest detective in the world.
Right.
So just be this super smart guy.
Right.
And every so often you've got to fight somebody, but keep it a little more close than that. Don't be Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, and
Yeah, and the thing I always liked
whoever
too is
else all
he
rolled
always
into
had
one.
he always had the contraption that was like perfect for that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he does have some of that. He has something that's pretty sick. It's like video recording contact lenses. That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
That's cool.
But other than that, there's nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
It was way creepier. It's the creepiest Batman.
Oh, it's like really.
I mean, like creepy, like it has serial killer vibes through a lot of it. You know, like a scary movie kind of.
Nice.
Like one of the opening scenes is like a dude in a dark room type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like starts off. It's pretty much Saw with Batman.
I've been meaning to
Little
watch it
bit.
because I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's
still
not a
haven't
bad
seen it.
watch.
I still haven't seen it. I have it on my list to watch. I just haven't.
Has Zoe Kravitz in it.
Yeah, Lenny's girl.
That's his daughter.
Yeah, Lenny.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
Lenny's
said
daughter.
his girl. I thought you meant it.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like Catwoman. So
Did they fall in love?
I'm not trying to ruin things.
Oh, okay. All right.
Plus, like, I'm a romantic, so I wouldn't just drop it on you like that.
Right. You got to build it up.
I'll talk opening scene, the score, talk to you about the music that's playing.
Right.
But can we just for a second, we don't have to harp on this. Can they tell any other story than Batman and Catwoman? Batman specifically.
Yeah, there's so many.
Can we tell any other story?
There's so many, dude.
Like even the freaking Justice League, it's like, dude, 90% of your content are these same like 3 to 4 characters.
Right.
Pretty much just two. Pretty
Right.
much just Superman and Batman. But
Yeah.
like how many characters have we seen in the Marvel universe at this point?
They got
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
that was Batman and Wonder Woman had a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
They screwed up the second. The second one's terrible. First one was
See,
all right.
I thought 1984 was better than the first one.
Really?
did.
I was with Todd on that one. I thought the first one was better than the second.
Well, the first one had a lot going for it too. I don't know. You're probably right. You're probably right.
I don't remember the second one very well.
Yeah, it's a lot of malls, and they had like a cheap pull to bring Chris. What's his name back? Wasn't that his name? Chris
Pine.
Chris Pine.
Yeah.
He came back magically. I hate when they do that. If you're gonna kill somebody, kill somebody.
Yeah, it's like
know?
we have to bring him back to like get that audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna write this into the script magic happens.
Magique.
Anyway, I
Wow.
don't know why we started talking about.
Yeah, we really went
superheroes.
off on a tangent
It's
there.
probably, you know why I think it was? I think it's because Todd should be built like a superhero.
Yeah, and he's not.
He's built like a mountain biker.
Yeah. Stole Nate's shorts.
They're mine now because I've done things in them
Nice.
that
Ugh.
make them mine.
Oh, gosh. I was recording that.
That's okay.
He dares you to put a black light on those shorts.
I'm not. I'm
don't-
not ashamed of my body.
I don't want him back.
No, you don't.
I don't want him back, so.
So, in the light of the holiday season, I think we need to do a quick discussion / debate about specifically about desserts. But I
Okay.
want to go head to head. Are we going cake versus pie? We've
You-
talked about this before, but I don't think ever on the air.
Do you guys have cake? At any of them?
I mean, there's cakes. There's like fruit cakes, or there's. I don't know that we have any, but just in the bigger
Right, in the scheme
dessert
of life.
in the bigger dessert debate. You know what I mean?
I was thinking of holiday stuff, but
Yeah, I preface that weird.
For holidays, I go pie because that's the only time I have pie. The
Yeah.
rest of the year, it's cake.
oh,
That
that's
could
a
be
good,
a good
that's a good
distinction.
point. Yeah.
I can't believe nobody asked this question, so I'm going to ask it for you. What's cheesecake?
It's a separate category, I feel.
It is. You're not going either.
I don't think so.
What do
I
you
think it's so different that it's.
So there's an I was just having the discussion. There's another I think I in my mind have always thought of it as a pie. Like it would go in like the pie realm.
Okay.
But
I feel like I've always thought of it as cake. Because, like, when I'm thinking, like, I'm in the same headspace when I'm like, oh, do I want cheesecake or, like, a piece of cake?
yeah.
Usually pie never enters that.
Yeah, I've always looked at it like a pie. I don't know why. Like it was like in that realm.
But what's an ice cream cake?
A good time.
I mean, is it a cake, or is it also separate? Because if you're
Dang.
going to strip cakes from cheesecake and ice cream cakes, that's a huge handicap, and I still think cake wins.
Yeah. Most of the time, yeah. I feel like I'm going by the headspace I'm in, and generally, pie only comes in the conversation during the holidays.
Here's the problem with pie. You guys want to know? It's not really complete. Like, if you have a warm piece of pie and you don't go a la mode, you're missing something. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not an a la mode guy. I like
Well,
just a nice homemade whipped cream.
well, there you go, though. That's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
It's, one or the other.
The other one that I was talking about with my family was ramen noodles. Because
I'm going to need more than that.
so listen,
You're like,
listen,
is it pie or is it cake?
so no. So that one is it soup
Oh.
or is it noodles? Because it's ramen
noodles.
noodle soup.
It's noodles. I get what you're saying, but it's like...
See,
Because I've known people that didn't put the broth in it.
Yeah,
They
I
just ate
think
the noodles.
right, but I'm talking like
instant ramen is noodles, but if you go to a ramen place, that's soup. Is that confusing enough for you?
no. I was like, this is crazy because on the thing, it's all called ramen noodles soup. So like, if you went to like some place that did legit stuff, it's called ramen noodle soup.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy because if somebody was like, oh, it's noodles, and then somebody was like, oh, it's soup because of the broth or whatever. And
I think that one's like they're both right.
Well,
Yeah,
because
well-
some places you can get the same soup but get like udon noodles instead of ramen noodles.
yeah.
Still noodles.
So
Yeah.
some like I was looking at it on Google and some like Asian, some like super high end like Asian chef guy was saying it's like it's like a category of its own, separate. He puts it like they do like noodles, then they have soup, and then like ramen noodles has its own section on the menu.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was like its own dish. It was like separate, kind of weird.
So, do we agree cake over pie?
Yeah.
Nate,
I'm pie over cake.
you're pie over cake.
Yeah,
So you'd rather have a pie for your birthday?
yeah. We had pies at my wedding.
Wow.
Okay.
I would have been furious.
We still had a cake. We still had a cake, but
Better if still had cake.
we still had a cake. Yeah, we still had a cake for.
I just think the
Everyone,
pie
but-
has to be done very well to be better than a cake. I think your average cake is better than your average pie.
Yeah, the thing of it is too though is that you got to be an icing person. And if
that's true.
and I don't really like icing. I always take it off if
necessarily.
there's a ton of icing.
Not necessarily.
No, you're wrong. Anyway, next one.
They always have icing on them, right?
Yeah, but some of them are like, it's different, right? Like a German chocolate cake. That's not really, is that really icing?
Yes.
I think it's icing.
It's different. Though.
Yeah.
It's different. Still icing.
I'm more of a frosting person. Than icing.
That's also icing.
I'm more of a frosting guy. More of a frosted
Are we
flakes.
going cookies or cupcakes?
Ooh. I do like a good cupcake, but it's the same thing for me. Like, I always end up taking off. It's like there's 6 inches of icing on
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah, they can be overdone. But you're also, that's unfair. a
I
little
might
bit,
go
too.
cookie.
Yeah, I think cookies.
I
think
might
I
go
go-
cookie.
I think I go
yeah,
cookie.
Yeah.
But again, you're the best, what's that called? I just said it. Cupcake that you've ever had versus best cookie you've ever had. That may be a different story.
It probably was until I discovered crumble, and maybe I think
Yeah, crumble's money.
Dude, there's,
All right, how about this? Are we
That
going?
Tres Leches cookie still haunts my dreams.
dude. I love this. That was so good, man.
This is a little different category. Still going pastry. Fresh muffins or cookies.
Gosh, I love a good muffin.
I do too. Dude. Like melted butter on a blueberry muffin.
Oh. Or you get get one of those like cinnamon crumble muffins.
The one with the like granulated sugar on top. Oh, dude.
Dude.
Dude, there's
Get out of here with that.
There was this breakfast place in Phoenix that would like heat up it in a pan of butter, so it was like crispy. Like cut it in half, do that, and then serve it with like a raspberry butter, and it was like, oh my god,
A raspberry butter?
dude, amazing.
What are we doing here?
How are we living
That place
life?
closed down because of COVID, dude. That's
That's dark.
Corpton got it?
fucking commies, guy.
Good grief.
Yeah.
The frickin' commies got it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
First
that place
soccer,
is
then
amazing.
COVID.
Dude, and
Dude,
it was
that-
amazing because it was one of those places that had like 4 tables inside. Like,
Oh man,
yeah.
dude.
Just for that agoraphobic gentleman who also likes breakfast.
I mean, it was the 4 tables was crowded. Like the place.
Oh, I bet.
You had to walk through the kitchen to get to the bathroom. Like that's how small.
Having a like butter,
I'm
having
blaming
like
COVID for what seems like a poor business model.
having
yeah,
a
they needed to move.
having a like where you cook it up in a pan and it's got like the crust from the butter and it's
Dude.
like a little crunchy and then soft on the inside.
man.
Dude, that is.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the different pairings of flavors? Like one time I had one that was like a lemon blueberry,
Oh, yeah.
amazing, and then there was another one that was like it was orange,
Raspberry.
yeah, orange raspberry.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, yeah.
Muffins are money, and I don't have them that often.
Because sometimes they're 2 pounds. They're like when the muffins that are like 6x6,
Right.
dude. And they're substantial,
Yeah.
and it's worth the money. I feel like they're also cheaper.
Can we do a protein muffin? Is that a thing that already exists?
Probably.
I
so.
think Kodiak's got one.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they have it like in a little thing where you
Yeah.
bake it.
It's like a little.
or you cook it in the microwave and
Yeah.
it like blows up into
Oh,
a muffin,
cup?
into a protein muffin.
Mug
Yeah,
cake?
It comes
It's
in
like
like the instant oatmeal thing, like the to-go oatmeal cups.
That's cool.
So you just like add water and mix it up, and
Yeah.
boom, you got a. Oh, that's hard to beat.
You want to do a... Speaking of that, should we hit Todd with a quick fight promoter?
Oh yeah, let's do it. That would be fun.
I want to start with muffins.
muffins.
Do you
So-
do you know the rules to
Yeah,
this?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
He
got-
listens to the podcast, dude.
Yeah.
It has to be a close fight, but they have to win.
I think
Right.
I took out that they have to win.
Just a close
But
fight.
I do them like they're gonna win. That's what I'm doing. Because sometimes they just don't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If I hit you with a ribeye steak, you're gonna
Yeah,
have to
upsets
go.
happen, you know. Upsets happen. So what does he have? He's got muffins.
You know what? That's a little unfair. Let's go a blueberry muffin.
There you
Blueberry
go.
muffin?
There you go.
'Cause you can't do all of muffindom. You know what I mean?
Muffindom.
I'm gonna
yeah.
go with a late night slice of pizza.
Oh baby, dude.
That's pretty good.
Just a huge, heavy slice of za, bro.
Yeah, dude. Just
Yeah.
like at one of those places where like it's in the counter and they put it back in the oven. When you,
Oh my gosh.
You go thin or thick crust?
I'm a thin guy.
Really?
Yeah,
Like a New York style?
yeah.
That's pretty good.
Or a fire, like a wood fire oven, brick oven type.
I got
Like that.
one. Clay Aiken.
Who's that for?
Todd.
I feel like that's an easy. I mean, it's
No.
It's got to be a close fight.
It's got to be a close fight.
Lance Bass. I mean, that's a classic.
Oh, dude,
matchup.
dude.
Why did you know that so quick?
That's a classic matchup you gotta have.
Dude, that is such a good answer, Todd. That wasn't on my radar at all, and he just blew my mind. That's a great matchup.
Yeah, I forgot how specific your music is.
Only listen to the good stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I have one for you guys. We get a
wow.
little political.
Okay.
Joe Biden, because I have a perfect answer for this.
Okay, so close, but Zach, you just fire it off if you think of one.
What's the guy's name?
Oh, I think I know who you're gonna say. Does he look like a turtle?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say,
It might be good, though.
what's the guy's
They'll
name?
both forget what they're there.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. Yeah, Mitch McConnell was
no.
mine. Mitch McConnell will be mine.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I was going with a fictional character.
Oh, were you really?
What's
Who?
the guy's name from the Halloween movie where he pretends to be Santa Claus?
I don't know.
Was it Jack Christmas? What is that called?
I have no idea.
I got
are you
I got a
talking
decent
about,
one. The guy.
The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, Jack Skellington?
Yeah, I think
I got a decent one too. The old guy from Family Guy. I got a $20 bill strapped to my inner thigh. That guy.
Yeah.
That's a good matchup.
To me,
the guy that goes, "You little piglet, some bitch."
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. He's like, just wonder where the paper boy was.
my answer
Call
would
me
have
back.
been Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
I think that would be good.
you think so?
I think it'd be a good fight.
I think she'd kick his can.
She's dead, so
or
have to be
or you could do
older.
Mr. Magoo. Probably be a good one.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's funny.
those are good ones. I think Trump beats him hand to hand, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
that's why I
for
think
sure,
you can't.
It's,
Like that's
it's too
the obvious
one-sided.
choice, but I don't think you can.
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
It's not a good fight. I'm just saying, like, that's not a political statement. I'm just
Right,
saying,
right,
like,
right.
Plus,
we're-
Trump's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and we're
He's younger,
we're
too,
building
right?
a good fight card. That doesn't.
Yeah.
That's not a political statement. Is what I'm saying. That's
Right,
just
right.
a.
Yeah, it's just we're going by.
But I
Person
was going to
versus
say,
person.
sometimes, like if you're building a card, sometimes having a good old fashioned beatdown isn't the worst thing to have on a card.
That's a fair point.
That's true.
That's a fair point.
Because
I mean,
like how popular those Tyson fights were when you just.
but I
mop the
think
floor with people.
well, but that's because no one could match him.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I
like
think
you
it's
could
better
do
if you
that.
have an even matchup and there is a
Yeah.
one-sided victory. All right, let me think of another one. Let's get
Those were good.
less political.
Those were really good.
Let me go with. Ooh, I got one for you, Todd. Sleeping in.
Man, that's
Sleeping in specifically in the winter.
we're talking fight at the century stuff going on here.
We're talking that's a highly touted fighter right
Yeah.
there.
Setting no alarm.
Yeah.
Sleeping in.
Yeah.
That's bananas.
Yes.
Yeah, Todd, you're gonna have to pull something. You're gonna have to pull something gnarly out of here.
Breakfast on Christmas morning.
The kid did it. The kid made it work.
It's
He figured it out. The kid's got skills.
yeah, Todd, you're pretty good at this, dude.
Well, hold on though. What's on the menu? Because if you're hitting me with an oatmeal on December 25th,
Well,
you can take that
I'm
right
running
back to
away
the
from
kitchen.
home. Like I'm just never coming back.
Yeah, what's on the menu?
Well, the classic Carney household thing is a breakfast casserole.
Oh, dude, a breakfast casserole.
That's what we had this
And
year.
this year
dude.
we had biscuits and gravy as well.
dude.
Oh
If we
my
ever,
God.
So you get the
if
casserole. and you
Missouri
just
ever
do a little,
secedes from the Union, if Missouri is ever its own nation, I suggest that the middle of our flag has a breakfast casserole on it. I think
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
I'm not either.
I think a cheesy breakfast cass.
dude, cheese, potatoes, bacon or sausage.
What are we doing?
It
Yeah.
And those things exist, and some people still don't believe in God. I don't understand it.
Also had some cinnamon rolls there.
I did.
Not the
Must.
homemade ones.
I did too.
Not the homemade ones.
Yeah, we didn't have homemade.
we
I
had
had
the,
cinnamon
but it was still
rolls.
the ones that had to rise.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
They were
Real
good.
ones.
Yeah.
Are you going though? So cinnamon rolls are like a top-notch, top-tier one for me, and I don't want to get away from Fight Promoter. We should do a few more rounds, but are you going like top-notch cinnamon roll or top-notch biscuits and gravy? Is that a no-brainer for you all? Because
I would go
it's pretty
both.
close.
There's no. I would go.
Yeah.
I would want to start off with like the meal and go biscuits and gravy with all like other stuff, and then like a nice big tall cold glass of orange juice, and then after that, Zach, I can tell Zach's getting real. Zach's getting real into something when he tucks his head down like this and he looks over the top of his glasses almost. A tall glass of orange juice, and then after that, take a little break, then go back. 17 cinnamon rolls.
But you have to pick one for some reason.
Don't.
Are you going cinnamon roll over B's and G's?
I think I'm going B's and G's.
So yes, I
because
if my mom made cinnamon rolls like other times of the year,
yeah,
I would go.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. But like
It's
in my
novelty.
house, it's like it's once a year on Christmas, and
Yeah, why do you
I would go that
Why do you have your shirt off? Why'd you take your shirt off?
sweating,
It's like I need to
getting
think.
really
I
sweaty.
need to think.
Oh god, yeah,
Too tight.
yeah. I'm going cinnamon rolls just because it's a once a year thing, dude. I got an annual chance.
I would just say my rationale was a mediocre cinnamon roll would be better than a mediocre biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, yeah. But I would pick biscuits and gravy are amazing. Like that's I can't get enough of that.
Yeah, I haven't had that in a long time.
I know.
But I think that's true of a lot of things. I think the mediocre versus the mediocre, one of them wins, and then the other one wins when you're talking top notch to top notch.
Yeah.
Just one man's opinion, folks. Don't hate me. All right. You guys got any more fight promoters, or am I carrying the game here? Carrying the team? Because I can come up with some.
I don't have any. I
got another top notch fight here.
Okay.
Watching a little kid open presents, like in your family.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's easily like playing with that toy with them.
Oh, like
No,
right after.
I think that beats it. My daughter got this thing I'm pretty pumped about. My sister's really good at finding cool stuff for her, but it's this like, it's just like PVC frames.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a fort.
Yeah.
It's just a big fort that you can build in a bunch of different shapes. We haven't cracked it out yet, but I'm pretty pumped
I
about
had
it.
this. My mom got for Nora. It was a Play-Doh set, but it came with a trash truck, and the thing has a scooper in the front. You pick it up, dumps it into the back of the truck, then you compress it, and it comes out like in the shape of like trash.
That's awesome.
And she left, and I continued to play with it. She went to like go watch The Grinch, and I continued playing with it for like 15 minutes without her. And I was like, if I would have had this when I was a kid,
Yeah.
dude, I was like, what are they? There's a new level of stuff out there,
Oh, yeah.
and it was like the functionality of it, and it was like good size, and like you could put them in there and pop. It was just
Well, and everything's expensive now, but that item would have been more expensive when we were kids.
yeah.
Like that would have been like I found this scooter that I inevitably didn't buy, but it was an electric scooter. It was 8 and up. My daughter's 6, so I was like, maybe this is a better birthday present when she's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes 10 miles an hour,
Okay.
which to a kid that's 60 pounds,
Might as well be 2,000.
dude.
I'm in. I'm already in.
And I was actually okay with that because it was like, helmets, knee pads, like we'll do the whole
Yeah.
line or whatever.
Yeah.
It was only $100.
Wow.
I was like, that's because I feel like as a kid,
Yeah.
anything like that, that's like a $500.
You know the one
thing.
I saw that made me almost crap my pants was they have like a full blown functioning warthog from Halo for kids, like the Tonka truck.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that bums me out that you don't, but Todd knows what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
So it's like in the game in Halo, there's like one of the main vehicles you use to get around off and on. It's called a Warthog, and it's like this giant Jeep, and like all 4 of you, if you're playing 4-player co-op, all 4 of your boys could hop in, and then somebody was on the turret. There's a turret in the back, and they have the full thing for kids. Like you could buy it, like they can drive it around, you can ride in the back and be on the turret, and everything. And it was like $150. Sick.
Yeah.
What?
I just got really tired on the inside listening to you do that.
Oh, I mean, the entire world was pumped about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the only one, like losers like you.
I understand, dude. I
mean-
understand that I won't be appreciated till after my death. I
I'm
understand that. I understand.
not
that
about
none,
that.
None of
That
you
one's
all-
not even after death. That's still going to be like a
I
negative.
I understand that you all don't understand what you have in front of you, and that you're just going to make fun of me until the day I'm gone. And then like 30 years after, you all are going to be doing what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, he's ahead of his time. Who's ahead of his time?
They'll be like,
We'll be doing that, and then we'll be like, remember that time you had no idea what a warthog was?
yeah, they'll be like, that's exactly what's going to happen. They'll be like, dude, great guy. Ahead of his time.
Dude,
but you know what, though? He didn't know what a warthog was, so.
I love video games, too. Like,
No,
I
you
liked
don't.
having Yoshi. Yoshi was my warthog.
Right.
And that's the best video game that's ever existed. Fight me.
The
Well,
barbell,
let's
by
fight.
comparison to any previously existing tool, is almost a miracle.